Tonight's special episode of the new sitcom, Absolutely Not, brought to you by the Beards and Sundries Market, starts right now. Absolutely Not is recorded in front of a live recorded laugh track.
Psych, we're not actually doing that.
No way.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Tonight's episode of Absolutely Not is brought to you by Anthony's cough right into the microphone.
You guys realize that wasn't one of those last week when we first tried to record this episode and I was literally dying.
Well, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's start with the voicemail that we played last week and didn't release the show with.
Let's.
Hello? Is this B&S Pizza? This is Josephina Martin. I'm Anthony Willie's mother. We ordered a pizza a couple weeks ago and we never got it. There was the delivery boys. There was this little ferryman and he came up and he tried to lick my son's head. And all he gave him was a half-eaten box of insomnia cookies. We never got a pizzas. And I don't know how you all do things around there, but he was driving with his buddy, and he was just jamming away in that boxcar thingy that he's driving. I think it was a Scion Xbox or something. I don't know why I'm turning country, but I just do it when I get mad. And I called the manager, and he said his name was Anthony, but that's my son's name. Also, he sounded like Seth Rogen. And if I'm getting punked, I'm going to be pissed. Anyways, this is Josephina Martin. Again, Parkside, Riverside, whatever side I am. Parkside
Riverside
Drive. That's right. That's where I live. Anyways, we need our pizza stat. And no more of this bullshit. Thanks. Bye.
Eat dirt, bitch!
Eat dirt, bitch!
I think I figured out who this is, but I'm going to wait till we talk about the voicemail.
Ooh, press start.
Ooh, press start.
Press start.
Blah, 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 blah.
With the extreme super speed of Joe. The delicate but powerful Princess J. And our sorcerer, with a little flair, Anthony. You get Season 8 of Beards and Sundries.
And welcome back.
Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Hi. Okay, I'm done.
And me, Joe.
Welcome back after ages and eons and lifetimes to Beards and Sundries. Season 8, Level 12, I think. I'm not sure. It's been forever.
I think it is level 12 because I think that's what we said last week. And then when I was trying to make the post saying, fuck y'all, we don't have an episode this week because we just fucked ourselves over. I was like sitting there going, I think this is 12.
It's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when it's time.
Well, that's right, guys. It is time for another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where three gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry in each episode.
I forgot an intro. My name is
This is the one
Jay,
from last week.
and I forgot what I used last week.
Oh,
Last week I was just kind of going on a whim here. Let's see. My name is Jay, and that's it.
My name is Anthony, and much like Stevie Ray Vaughan, I couldn't stand the weather.
me
What?
either.
Stevie Ray Vaughan in Double Trouble.
Oh, I think last week I used an 8 joke.
Wow.
I remember what it was. My name is Jay, and Joe, can you get me 8 coffees?
8?
That's what it was.
And I'm Joe, and 8? No, I'm just kidding. And I'm Joe, and the temperatures around here have had more swings than the playground I hooked up at in college.
Oh.
And that means that today's sundry item is the weather.
I hope after these tornado warnings your tube slide's okay.
At this point, I wanted to just take this whole house away. And that's on home insurance. But, Beardos, white people are stupid. That's it. But, however, there is one thing that we all love talking about, and that is the weather. Living in Oklahoma pretty much merits an amateur degree in meteorology, and this spring has certainly been interesting so far. After the break, we're going to hear about Jay's latest trip to Colorado, and the part that weather played in to make it interesting. Later on, we've got some Beardo submitted sundries that certainly don't think that climate change is a hoax, like the Christmas album. And then for game time, Jay has put together a game that will make us really want to take shelter in an interior room without any windows. But before we stick an umbrella up Mark Wayne Mullen's ass and then open it, how about this week's voicemail? Anthony has a theory.
I have a suspicion that I know who this is. And it didn't occur to me until this listened through, but the voice sounded familiar. I don't know if I want to say it. I almost want you to figure it out, Joe, because it's somebody that you know pretty well, too.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I thought it was...
And Jay, you know this person and have hung out with them.
Hung out with them?
Yes.
Then
When I was
is
up
it
in
John
Tulsa?
Riley?
You've hung out with them both in Tulsa and in Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay. Then I think I know.
Oh. Oh, it's John from Greece, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine him being able to make that accent.
Yeah, but accents are much easier whenever you're making fun of something, I think. Blah, 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 except me. I would never make fun of
except
John.
you always slip into the country accent, except for Jay, who
Okay.
slips into that one accent.
Hold on. That's when he said that. It reminded
Unplaceable European accent, Jay's got you covered.
Hello, governor. But bro, when he said, "I don't know why I go into my country voice," that's my customer service voice. I'll be talking and I'll be like, it also gets higher, so it gets very female sounding. So I'll be like, "Hello, my name is Jay. How can I help you?" And then I'm like, "Sure thing. I'm so glad to help you." And it turns into this like southern accent. And if everything's going well, if it's going bad, I'm like, "Fuck you."
Do you, not to get, like, psychiatric, but do you think that comes from, like, being a gay boy with a mother? Because when I was a kid growing up, every time I would answer the phone, people would be like, "Oh, is that you, Jane?" And I'd be like, "No, it's me, Joe, hello."
I do remember when I worked at a restaurant and I'd answer the phone. I'd be like, the old restaurant I worked at was called Biederman's Bistro, and I'd be like, "Biederman's Bistro, this is Jay. How can I help you?" And because I always had a high pitched voice, they'd be like, "Hi, Sarah," and keep going. And I'm like, "Huh? Sarah? We don't have a Sarah that works here. Where did you get that?"
Every time I think about when you worked at a restaurant, I always think about your recall story about it, and you said, and there were smoking and non-smoking, and they were separated by nothing.
They were separated by a divider that was as tall as me.
Yeah.
Which isn't
And the
very
smoke
tall.
was like,
Beardos.
"We can't go over there."
It hits an imaginary wall.
You're not allowed.
It hits a wall like the smoke monster from Lost from that first episode.
But really, it was just the mist, and there was a bunch of monsters on that side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
called
were.
customers.
At Bearderman's
They're
Cafe,
called
yes, there were
Kansans.
monsters in that smoky haze. They're called Kansans.
Oh, so Biederman's actually wasn't a smoking restaurant. That was every other restaurant I worked at before.
Oh,
Biederman's
parties.
was, honestly, they're closed nowadays, I think. But it
I
was
guess
one of the
they didn't
restaurants.
do too well, did they?
Hey, they lasted 20-odd years, I think, so kudos to them.
Pour one out.
But it was one of those restaurants where if you've worked restaurant, you know how gross the kitchen is. No matter what. There is not a clean kitchen out there, and they're gross, and the staff is dirty. This restaurant, I would give it credit. It absolutely was the cleanest thing ever, because every Sunday after we'd close at 2, front staff would have to pull out booths, and we'd have to like clean behind everything and scrub floors pretty hard. And the kitchen would literally pull out equipment and mop and everything back there, and everything was scrubbed down.
That's wild, considering
It was.
I worked in a cafe in my hometown, and let me tell you, if it was not visible, it was not getting cleaned.
The old roadside cafe that I used to work off the highway, it was one of those that I was the only person that would move like all the condiments along the wall as I wiped the table. And because it
You were
was
the
a
only one.
smoking restaurant, it literally like I would wipe the wall and a film of smoke would come off. So the one day a week that I worked there, I would always peel like a whole layer of smoke residue off. It was insane. As the staff was smoking a cigarette while they cooked your hash browns and sausage.
When I worked at a restaurant, we had this guy that would come. I think the company was called Unifirst, and they would come every week and they would get our rags that we would use, and they bring us fresh ones. Oh yeah, and those bins smelled raunchy. And one time I asked the guy, and I was like, "What are our rags like the grossest?" And he was like, "Not by a long shot." And I was like, "What's the grossest?" And he said, "The gas stations for sure, because they wipe everything and everything with the same towel, and it's gas residue and the bathrooms and counters and floors, and they're just...
It is nasty.
If you've ever smelled the inside of a towel bin with like damp rags that have been there all week, it'll make you question a lot of stuff.
I also have PTSD from just the smell of like kitchens and restaurants all the time because, you know, like those rubber rugs and all that stuff, they like start to hold that scent, and there's always that smell. And so if I walk back to a bathroom that's near a kitchen and I get that scent, it's like Fortunate Son starts playing, and I'm just like, it's like Vietnam for me. I'm just like,
Oh my god, I can smell the dish pit already.
Oh my god, I forgot ranch at table 7. Table 7.
Oh my god.
More
Jay,
bread. Please, for the love of God, in that one segment, please, for the love of Christ, go in and edit yourself in slow-mo saying exactly that, doing the table 7 thing with like bombs going off in the background and like.
If I have time, I'm gonna see if I can like edit over like a little like
over
yes,
like
I need
a
it.
literal
like
Vietnam scene.
Yes, like and add in a
wish-
little few sounds and some.
I wish we wouldn't get deleted or like flagged for playing Fortunate Son in there because oh my
You
god.
could, you could sing a
play
little
the thing
Fortunate Son.
where-
I don't really know how it goes. I just know
Can
the
you-
Fortunate. I am no Fortunate Son.
Oh god. Can you play that sound that happens in shows when an explosion happens and it goes
That's what happens
fades
in
out.
my ears a lot.
I
Because
shit you
I
not.
have tinnitus.
I was laying in bed the other day and it was I don't know, I was actually sleeping late. And out of the blue, I just heard, I can't
You're
whistle
like,
that
oh,
well.
here it comes.
And I literally laid there and I was like, what if this is it? And then I was just like,
I mean, what are you going to do?
I did nothing. I was just like, this might be it. And the
You're like,
fact
what-
that,
what are
quick,
you
post a
gonna
story
do?
on Instagram, post a story.
and the fact that popped in my head is even more alarming. That I'm like, oh, I may die right now because of a bomb dropping.
Operation
That
Dark
seems-
Winter is real?
And it wasn't a joke. It was me 80% going, huh.
Yeah, Beardos, if you want some light reading, read up on Operation Dark Winter. It's a fun little war simulation that shows how we wouldn't do well.
But before we go in, oh god, what's it called?
Oh, yeah. Also, Joe, did you ever figure out who we think? Because I'm going to text Jay and see if we think it's the same person.
Ooh, yeah.
They've gone
Actually,
out-
Jay, text me and tell me who you think it is.
Oh, okay. Oh, well,
Because I think I've got this. I think I've got it right.
where the hell are you? Oh,
Have we ever hung out with them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it wasn't Slug Creature, because I know your voice pretty well.
Oh.
I'm struggling to work things right now out of here. There
Right
we
now.
Oh.
go.
Now.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Oh, man, I don't
it
know.
doing that?
I can't think of people that we've hung out with. That makes
fuck
me a
it.
bad person.
This will take
Can't
so
think
much
of people
more.
we've hung out with.
I don't know why it's taking so long on my phone to pull up your name or my computer.
Wasn't Aaron Choi, was it? I don't think so. It sounded more
No.
like Jorge to me, but I know it wasn't him.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Was Anthony right, Jay?
No, I don't think Jay is right, but I'm going to...
Oh, nope.
Did
I'm
you
on
get-
board.
You see it? Yeah?
I'm on board.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
Yep. Anyways, Joe, you think we can find that supercell in aisle 4?
Yeah, and there's going to be a warning for it, even though it's not going to do jack shit. But if you guys are new to the show and you're
It'll
wondering
fizzle out
just
from
what
the
the
heat dome.
hell a sundry is, the term comes from an old English word meaning odds and ends. Now, these days, it's used mainly in retail as a way to group together items that don't typically have a group of their own. So, as three very dark and stormy gay men with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
Okay, but did you make me a dark and stormy before this started?
You know,
No. It's Coke Zero.
Wish I would have uploaded elevator music so I could have just suddenly played that and been like, so how about the weather?
Jay,
Surely
Jay,
we
you
have
work in an
elevator
office.
music somewhere.
Jay, you work in an office building. Does that ever happen?
Oh no, I'm one of those people where I'm like, well, I'm gonna be awkward as many floors up as we have to go. I'm not gonna talk anymore. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Unless
Uh-uh.
there's the moments where you kind of like end up accidentally having a little bit of a conversation with someone that seems
No.
super nice, but
Nah.
it's so rare for me nowadays.
I'm AirPods in, looking at straight ahead. I don't even, like, even walking at work, like, I just stare straight ahead. Eyes on the prize. I don't, there was this whole thing growing up where it was like, don't talk to strangers, and I don't know where that went. Because don't fucking talk to me. I'm strange. don't talk to me.
Yeah, and normally it's because I work in a shitty old building where things are always not working right. And so
Oh, we
normally
know.
it's like me and somebody else kind of like commenting, or it'll be like, well, I love when my elevator makes that noise. You know, shit like that. Because it goes,
And then you just
"Phew,
kiss.
bah, 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 bah," and I'm just like, well.
It goes up like those hydraulic lifts for cars where the pin snaps in every time it goes past one.
Capitalism, am I right?
Whoa. So, before we really get into weather, how are you boys doing? I know last week was rough.
Ugh, last week
And
was
by rough, you mean rough.
Rough.
God.
Yeah.
It was like
On last
getting
Tuesday.
punched in the dick over and over, and not in a good way.
Yeah, St. Patrick can go fuck off this year because last Tuesday, Ricky suddenly lost the ability to move his rear legs, which that's fun as a pet owner to happen suddenly. So we took him to the vet and they tested him and there was some pain and they didn't think it was like a break or anything. They surmised it was probably a slip disc, which he's going to be 14 in June, so it was a surprise, but not as big a surprise as we had thought, but still kind of a shell shock because it came on so suddenly. But we got him on a good regimen of anti-inflammatories and also a good amount of Rimadyl, which is a painkiller, and so he's doing a lot better now. He's walking. He's not back to normal or running, or there's no more jumping down the stairs. That's out of the question for the rest of his time. But he's doing a lot better. He's able to walk. He's moving around a lot. So things are a lot better than they were last week.
Yeah, he was prancing around in the
Yeah.
bedroom a minute ago, just staring at me.
Well,
He's doing his
you
tap
do the
dancing
same
on the
thing.
floor.
He's just following
Yeah.
your lead.
And
Yeah.
this happened on day 2. Well, not day 2. This happened on day probably 3 or 4 of me being sick with what later turned out to be COVID. In a not good way, which was very unfortunate because also on, I want to say it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? My grandma ended up going back to the hospital.
It was Wednesday, yeah.
Yep, because she had an ablation done, which is a surgery to help with afibrillation on your heart. And she had started accumulating fluids on her lungs, which is something that can happen when you're having heart issues. So they had to go back to the hospital, and they had to put in a PICC line, and she was there for several days, and I couldn't go visit because I had COVID. Add to this, because obviously this wasn't enough, on Saturday, Joe and I were both off together, and I took it upon myself. I decided, since I was home and since I was feeling moderately okay, that I was going to try to finally replace the water line to the fridge because it had been acting up and we haven't really gotten ice in several months, even though I've been resetting the thing. But we have an ice maker on the counter, so we didn't thought too much about it. Anyways, I unscrew the actual hose itself, the actual line, and the faucet, the fixture starts dripping a little bit. And I'm like, okay, after I turned it all the way off, and I made sure it was all the way off, and it just kept dripping and kept dripping and kept draining, and I was like, okay, this is probably leaky, and the only thing that's kept it sealed up is this hose.
Not moving.
It's basically been okay because we haven't touched it. And now that we've messed with it, it's done. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll pull this fixture off and I'll take it to Lowe's and I'll get a replacement one. And I start trying to twist it. Well, I start trying to twist it and I'm like, this is really stuck. And I was like, what is happening? I can't see the pipe itself because this fixture is in a plastic box in the wall where all you can see, it's very flush with the fixture.
Yeah.
And so you can't see the pipe underneath it. And so I'm trying to turn it and I'm trying really hard not to go too hard because I'm like, I don't want to bend the pipe. Beardos. When I think I've got this loosened and I think that I'm unscrewing the fixture, what has actually happened is that I am twisting the copper pipe on itself at the foundation, the slab. So I'm twisting this pipe off. Which, great, the gym works, but Jesus fucking Christ, dude. So what was going to be $20 for a fix turned into us paying $2,000 for a plumber to come out, jackhammer into the concrete, find a viable place to replace this pipe to run it back up so that we can have a water line there without having to reroute it from the main line into the house, because we would have had to get into the wall for that, too. And so, it was just a whole fucking thing, and I was just like, let's just do it.
one big key takeaway here is that he told us that the slab had shifted and was pinching the line in, I think he said 2 spots. So even if we did replace just that spigot part, it wouldn't have fixed it anyway because the line was like kinked and it wouldn't.
It was
provide water.
After he got into the slab, that water line was underneath the slab.
Yeah.
And so at some point, I guess the slab had shifted from where the line had like come up, where the L had come out. And so like it was in this weird little S shape.
Yep. So we wouldn't have been able to fix it anyway. And if that water line wasn't fixed or functional, that hurts the resale. So we're trying to mold this and mold it into, it's good that we fixed it now for the future. And it's this fucking house, man. I would just like to find the people that built it, and I just want 5 minutes alone in a windowless, soundproof room with them.
They live in Owasso. We bought it from them. This is the first
No, not the people
homeowner.
that owned it. The people that built it.
Well, the
Because
people that
80s
owned it
construction in Oklahoma. This place is a nightmare of
Yeah.
formica and wood finishes that suck and Berber carpet and fluorescent lighting. And every time we try to fix something, we get in there and they're like, did Helen Keller build this fucking place? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, there's no construction codes. Every time we do
yeah.
a project,
There's a lot
we're
of
just like,
this that
what the
was-
fuck were they doing?
Anyway, so it's been a rough
yeah.
week. This is why we didn't have an episode last week.
I totally understand because last week I felt off.
My legs feel real funny.
That's gas.
I mean, by all means, I relate nothing to your experience, but literally last week I just was like, I never could focus all week and I just felt so off. But then as you guys kept texting all your issues, I'm like, I'm doing great.
Well, if you can't tell, Beardos, I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm in a good spot. We actually went and worked out before this, and so I actually was able to work out.
I wish you would have heard Anthony when we attempted recording last week. Because
Yeah,
it was just
not
like,
awesome.
I'm fine. And I was like, okay.
Well, and Ricky's walking around. My grandma's out of the hospital, and the pipe hasn't broken again, which is great.
It's a good week so far. And we haven't had
Yay.
any tornado warnings this week like we had a couple weeks ago.
Before
yeah.
we get into weather, I just want to do a quick non-sponsored shout out to Rocket Money because it's a company that I got signed up for that lays out all your subscriptions and everything is laid out for you in black and white, and it really lets you look at things and trim some fat if you want to, and I found it super useful so far. So that's it. That's all I want to say. If you need to look at stuff like that, look at Rocket Money.
I was like, I actually do that every January. I just go through everything that comes out of my account, and I go, this is a bill, this is a bill, this is me bullshitting. I got to stop bullshitting this much, and then I kind of add up all my bills. I'm like, motherfucker, you waste so much money on bullshit bills.
Yeah, that's what I've seen too. And like, I was looking at it, and a lot of our spending this month was like food and dining and like home stuff. And I was like, well, wait a minute, we just spent $1,900 on plumbing, and then we had company in town for a week and a half, so we spent a lot of money eating out. It was nice. You know what? Fuck you. We spent money to eat out. But, it was nice to see it kind of laid out in black and white and kind of strategize for next month where we're going to kind of reel things in a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool. There's a plan moving forward instead of just...
This is the thing that I always have to like remind myself of, that, sometimes capitalism, Beardos, will get you feeling like you're really bad with money when all you did was eat.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it was like home and bills up 2,000%. And I was like, yeah, because I paid $2,000 for fucking plumber.
My God, I mean, yeah, I did.
Eat dirt, bitch.
I did
Guess
go
we're
to
gonna have
Colorado, and that trip went wildly out of control from what we expected. So I definitely spent more on eating there. And then we got home, and while I was checked completely out mentally, I was just like, I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like cooking. So just kept every night like restaurant. I'm like,
Well, the only apology I'll make for last week, Beardos, is that Crumbl Corner was kind of lit, so I feel kind of bad. But maybe we'll make up for it
Crumbl
this
Corner
week.
was really good last week, and we really fucked that one up. Sorry, you guys.
Yeah, sorry. It was really good
you
stuff.
guys
for St.
could
Patrick's
check
Week.
Crumbl yourselves. Calm down.
Yeah.
My God, the
The
listeners.
Beardos rely on us for the
We're-
breaking
we're-
news that they want in their lives, Jay.
We're literally, by the time the listeners get to it, it's the previous
It's gone.
week's
I know.
taste.
We
It
deliver
doesn't fucking
all of this
matter.
news one day late, exactly like we should.
Yeah, so fuck you, and thanks for listening. Eat dirt! Eat cookies, bitch!
Eat dirt, bitch. I'm hungry too.
Talk about! The amount of times I've heard that exact person. Oh, I love it.
I
Okay.
know, especially
All right,
working customer
so-
service. Yep.
Talk about weather.
We're a little ways in.
Let me start with today. Today was glorious. It's late spring. It's kind of where Oklahoma does that up and down, and we're kind of on an uptick right now.
We're
early
in
spring.
summer but we're
That's
in
true.
late March. We're hitting 90s, near 100.
Yeah,
It's not-
It's true.
April yet. We're supposed to have April showers.
We're supposed
bring
to have
May flowers.
70-degree days. Please, for the love of fucking God, give me a
Do you know
70-degree day.
Do you know how many times my weather app right now is saying, hey, you're plus 30 degrees above average? And it just
Jay-
keeps happening.
Climate change is a hoax.
Hey.
They brought a snowball into the Senate.
Brought a snowball
Congress.
in the Senate. And an Oklahoma guy.
Yeah, well, it was the Senate. Yeah, don't worry. It was Senator James Jim Inhofe, who Beardos,
Is
I am happy to tell
dead.
you, is dead, deceased, and no longer with the living, and in super hell with Reagan.
He's trying to make those snowballs in hell.
But, yeah, it's pretty warm. But, yeah. It's
Boo!
unusually warm right now.
Boo!
But, I mean, a few weeks ago, I literally stood on the parking garage of my apartment building and watched. It wasn't a tornado yet, but it was so close to being one. Literally drive just right through the middle of Oklahoma City towards me, and I finally went down when I was like, it could touch down on me. Like, it was early March, and we've already had, like, several people die from tornadoes in this state.
What? I can't believe it.
I mean, that's the other thing is Tornado Alley is moving to the east,
It's shifting east. Yeah, Missouri is basically like...
which is kind of a weird thing for me to think of because, like, my whole life we've been in it, like
Yeah,
in
we
it.
were always the center of it. I've always lived in the center of it.
Yeah, and now not so much.
Yeah, now I'm the west edge of it. We're just kind of where storms start.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Like, Western Oklahoma's just kind of like, all right, we're done.
Also, speaking of, do you remember when storms used to start at like 5 p.m.?
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
And
like
because
even
done-
earlier
we've talked about this
during
before.
The day.
They had
Done
the
around 9 or
decency
10
to
p.m.
start early enough, and then you could go to bed without having to wake up to a goddamn tornado warning.
I have woken up to so many tornado warnings at 3, 4, 5 a.m., and I just roll back over like, kill me now.
I look at my
Basically.
radar and I'm like, well, how close is it really?
I will legitimately. There was one night that we were having sirens go off, and it had to be like 2 a.m., and I just legitimately was so fucking annoyed with it. I went out to the front door, and I just looked outside, and I was like, it's fine.
I mean,
I mean, in this apartment where I'm at, I'm just in kind of a really pretty safe area, actually. And so I just never get out of bed unless my dog or cats are acting weird. But every single time, they're just like, I don't fucking care.
But I also think, and maybe this is just me, I think that the news has gotten more dramatic about the weather because they've gotten more dramatic
What?
about everything, and so like
I
they're trying
can't
to keep
believe
the
it.
weather relevant.
Yeah.
yes, they are.
I do. And plus, Oklahoma very much... What do they say? It's sweep season or something like that during storm season. Like, it's how we rank our stations.
It's
there we
so
go.
dumb.
Into who's better qualified and who's sucks so much at predicting our weather, and so like Damon Lane with KOCO will just go fucking bonkers. So it's like all the 3 stations and their weathermen competing to be the craziest.
Isn't there still Gary England Boulevard in Oklahoma City?
Sure, I don't pay attention, but I'm sure. It's
I'm
got to be.
putting on my crisis
it's gotta
tie
be-
or
You
something,
mean-
whatever.
You mean Saint England?
Saint
Oh
England.
my god.
That's got to be down in Bricktown.
It's just, and it's just,
I
it wraps
believe
into the news anyway. Like, it's just so stupid and not condescending, but like just pandering and fear mongering just to get people to stay on that channel. And it's just, come on.
But I will say, hear me out. While they're fucking insane, I do kind of enjoy this time of year, though, when all of a sudden they're like, all right, we're going to start interrupting TV just so we can constantly talk about the weather. I'm cooking dinner or something and listening in the background, and it's the same people getting back on and on. They're like, well, the clouds, the clouds are doing
turn
this,
around.
and it's stirring
coming
up
over this
real
ridge.
fast, and it wants to do something, but it's not doing something. And like,
we're going to
it's-
come over this ridge in about 15 seconds, and then we'll really
I'm
see
getting
the rotation.
pea-size hail. I haven't seen golf ball yet, even though you've been predicting watermelon size. So far, I'm seeing pea-size hail.
So far, there's just nothing.
To add to this, to add to this exact phenomenon that happens on the news, do you guys notice that despite decades of technological advances in wireless communications, they still have the worst fucking delays when they're trying to talk to their field.
Yes, the field people.
meteorologists. Yes. No, Tim, what do you see out there?
Cam, can you hear me? Can you hear?
Tim?
Can you hear us?
There he is. You gotta speak up
there he
if
is.
you want to hear the
And then because
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of rain.
Well, and then my other favorite part is like we have the guy out on the field that gets the main car with KOCO. Like it's the one they spent the money on that's got all the shit in it, and he gets
The Dodge Ram that drills into the ground?
Yes,
It better fucking drill into the ground.
shaped like Batmobile, but looks badly built. No, I'm kidding.
Has a cardboard
lost a
cutout
wheel.
of Chad Radwell.
Yes. It is Chad Radwell. They just ride him.
But he sits there and he like when he gets excited about a storm, he's like, oh, I see, there's rotation over there, and like he's trying to stay calm, but his pitch gets really up there, and he just can't shut the fuck up. But in Oklahoma, we also have several female weather people that are often stuck on like, you know, lunchtime weather and things like that, but sometimes they'll help in the evening, and I love them because they're the most calm and rational people I've ever listened to in my entire life.
Oh my god, in Tulsa we have Stacia Knight, and I love her. She's so calm and collected, and she always wears like a red dress. It's super chic.
Yeah.
I love her.
We had like storms move through that had a bunch of rotation at lunchtime one time, and Stacey Lowry, was that her name or something like that? Anyways, I was listening to it, and she was like, all right, it seems like we have some rotation over here, blah, 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 and we've heard of a touchdown, and she's just speaking so calm about it, and I'm like, this is what I want.
Jay,
and
are
then
you
I
telling me that women are more calm in a crisis?
I swear that the head weatherman came running in there, and he's like, I've got it! And he just like stroked her, and he's like, this tornado!
He has like an iPad with like Coco Melon on it, and it's got
I'm
he's got a
imagining-
spinny little wheel. He's got a little cloud going.
Imagine
Drop kicks
she's
her.
like trying to present something very calmly, and then off screen and very far away, you start hearing. And then just the guy flies in from like the guy flies in from stage right and drop kicks her.
And then they shift to like these different views of on the Doppler that's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like some gray screen with like a little red circle that's got green around it, and I'm like, this is nothing. This means nothing. The shear, what the fuck is that? The shear? The only thing I care about is the cone where they draw it and it like says all the cities, and I'm like, oh, I know that city. It's gonna hit here at 6:57.
And how accurate is that?
This is a little bit of an aside, but you guys run into that thing where people thought people had the conspiracy theory where people were thinking that the government was controlling the weather with Doppler towers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're doing a real bad job.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
they're
like,
not hitting nothing good.
I was like, what the fuck? When did this happen? We've had Doppler towers for forever. So what have we just been doing it bad forever?
It made me think like,
the
why
technology's
does the
there.
government hate? It made me think, why does the government hate Joplin, Missouri so much? Damn.
Jesus,
Why does it
fuck
hate more Oklahoma?
More Oklahoma so much.
Ooh.
They got ripped off at the Warren one night. Fuck this place. Okay, I'm just kidding.
They said we want a little less of
That
more.
movie was so bad, and I watched it at the Warren, Regal Warren in Moore, Oklahoma, and I'm going to obliterate it. And lo and behold, the tornado went right over that theater, and all it did was destroy the exterior a little bit because it was built so solid.
They kept putting it into like really old school AI, like a really old school like language model that was like 20 years old now, and they kept saying, "Get Michael Moore."
I remember when they built that Costco right across the street from that Moore Warren Theater, and we were all joking like, man, I bet they got that land for 5 cents, but the insurance is going to be like $5 million.
It's so funny, too, after that tornado blew through, like, the businesses that built in there, and I was like, oh, man, they're banking on that third EF5.
Yeah. That was like when we had that EF1 that hit up here in Tulsa, like, randomly in the middle of town at midnight. It was right about 500 feet north of one of the dead malls here in town, and I bet they were just like, fuck!
Oh, they
damn
tried
it!
to. I actually had read that they had tried to get insurance to like pay out to be
Pay
like, yeah,
out.
oh, we're totaled. It's a total.
They were
loss.
like, no.
and
Your
insurance
balls
was
are
like,
shitty. Trash isn't damaged.
What a tagline for this whole country.
Or just
I
the
thought you were going to
show.
say for this podcast, but also true.
Yeah, also true. Well,
But the weather in
yeah.
Oklahoma is so much fun. I do kind of appreciate it.
Yeah, fun. That's a word.
Yeah, fun.
we're in that nice, sweet area, I think, where it's end of March, April-ish area, where it's going to be nice outside for a little while. So we're taking full advantage of it. Whenever it's nice and sunny, we're like, okay, we gotta
Patio
get outside.
drinking, walking the dog extra, patio drinking.
Once the wow,
Open my patio door, patio drinking.
Drink from looking out the patio.
I mean, honestly, once the middle of May gets here, it's inside time.
Well, at this rate, it's April.
Yeah.
Those April
I know.
showers are going to be boiling water.
Tomorrow it's supposed to be like 90 degrees, right?
Yep. Here in Tulsa, it is. Let
Yeah,
me
it was
see.
like, it's supposed to
Let
be...
me check the weather app I have on my phone because it's on my home
let
screen
me go
because I
ahead
live
and
in
just check.
Oklahoma.
91 for me. 91 again on Thursday. Ooh, cold front. 76 on Friday. And 68 on
cold front.
Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah,
Let's not
59
get
on
too
Friday.
crazy.
No,
Wow.
so tomorrow, Thursday, 93, and then Friday, 59. So everyone who's not sick is going to get sick.
Yeah.
Haha.
But then it's-
Joke's on you, I already had COVID.
Literally starting the first day of April, we'll have April showers, and it's going to be in the 70s. So that'll be nice.
Well, at least it's not golden showers this time.
Says you.
Ooh, sorry, Jay. I'm already headed your way for April Fool's Day.
That's every day in April for Jay.
It's raining. Why is it
already
so
raining.
bad?
He said, it's time for patio drinking. How's the rain getting in here?
Did you have asparagus?
Oh, the
No, it'll
rain,
probably smell
the
like
rain
coffee
scent
with the
has
amount of
changed
coffee I
over
drink.
time.
It smells like decaf.
Is that Colombian?
What's his name, Jan?
Oh, vanilla caramel cold brew.
Welcome to
Ooh.
the stage.
They've
Vanilla
had-
caramel cold brew.
They've had several shots of that today. Wow.
Is that
shots.
Italian sweet cream creamer?
And somehow you had egg for breakfast. How do I know that?
Two eggs right in front of me.
You're a Splenda guy.
Just one.
Just one for Jay. Thanks.
Thank you for using all natural sugar for once. Oh my god, this world is so obsessed with all the fake sugar.
I've always loved it in the raw.
Oh my god. All right. Is it time to press pause?
Probably.
Might as well.
You're enjoying Season 8 of Beards and Sundries. Now, back to the game.
And we're back.
Hi.
At what cost?
At what cost?
So, Jay, you've been to Colorado more recently than we have in the past few years.
Yeah.
How was your last recent time?
Went to Colorado again, and now
You flew this time again, right?
yeah, it feels like I'm gonna have to like pull out some memories because that was 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll be 3 weeks by the time this comes out.
So yeah, me and someone I've been dating, we decided, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna try this trip out and see how we can handle each other on a 4-night stay in a different.
Yeah, how'd you handle each other?
Pretty good.
So
One
you
night-
flew to Denver?
Yeah, 4-night stay in a cabin in the woods.
Ooh.
Estes Park?
Near Blackhawk.
Okay.
But yeah, we flew in and rented. I'm super glad I rented a Jeep because I don't think when I booked this cabin I realized how deep in the woods in the mountains I booked this cabin. I really thought I was a lot closer to the edge of town. I was
Oh.
not.
Huh.
I got to the point where I was like, is my GPS fucking telling me the right way to go? Because it's dark. I'm with this guy that I haven't been seeing that long, but maybe a couple months. And I'm driving with no cell phone service, by the way. Neither of us had cell phone service by the time I paid attention. And we're driving gravel roads you can't see shit except trees. And then we get into this driveway that I have to pull 4-wheel drive out. Cabin was cute, but I was like, this poor guy.
Final
probably-
resting place?
Yeah, this poor guy probably thinks I brought him out here to kill him. Like, wow,
It's a long way
sorry,
to go to kill somebody.
I know, it's-
Including a flight.
a lot of effort. This is expensive death. I could have done it so much cheaper in Oklahoma.
It's not just that. It's like, the traceability.
That is the crazy thing about Denver is like you were in the wilderness pretty quick once you're out of city limits.
Anyways, we got up there. The cabin was quite cute. All that jazz. Blah 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 blah. What was it? We flew in on a Wednesday night. Thursday, we went skiing, and I think the last few days they had been having really bad winds. So like the ski course we went to, where I'm terrible at snowboarding, FYI. But I'll try again because I'm cool like that.
Wow.
Like we couldn't do some of the lifts. We couldn't do some stuff because like the wind was so strong. And when we were like out places, they're like, yeah, we've been having literal hurricane force winds up here, 95 miles per hour at some points. We get back from snowboarding and our cabin has no power, which means we have no Wi-Fi, which means we have no water.
Wait, you don't have water because you didn't have
Didn't
Wi-Fi?
have power?
Yeah, just Wi-Fi. No.
I was like, hang on, I'm having trouble understanding this one.
No, because we didn't have power, like there's no up that altitude, like you're using a pump system to push water up.
Oh, okay.
And so I think we had a little bit of enough pressurized because we ended up getting showers after we got back. But then like we were like, well, we gotta go somewhere where we both have cell phone service because I'm gonna message the Airbnb people and be like, hey, do you have a word on when this might be back? Shit like that. We also have to go eat because we bought all this food and put it in our fridge and then lost it all.
So how much is the refund going to be is what I would say.
My God, that customer service is real hard to find on Airbnb
No
for
shit.
shit like that. Anyway, so we go out to dinner and they're like, they send a message and they're like, well, it looks like if you don't have it now, you won't have it until at least tomorrow. So,
Okay.
so we're eating dinner.
Okay, cryptic.
And we end up going and buying like starter logs for the fireplace and bottled water and shit like that.
Okay, Laura Ingalls, ready for
We
this?
fucking Laura Ingalls the shit out of it because we got back, cabin's dark, nothing, like no water running, nothing. So we're like having to go pee outside and burn the fireplace for heat, and we bought some candles so we could at least like walk around the house with something.
I just hope we had a little candle holder.
Oh yeah, and I was in like my long stocking cap and
Yes,
you know,
yes,
PJs.
with the little ball on the very end of it.
Father, it seems a bit cold outside. Anyways,
Humbug.
so we basically just like literally played games the whole time, like Phase 10 and shit like that. Like it was pretty enjoyable for being the situation we were in. And then woke up Friday morning, still nothing. So I took a whore bath with a bottle of water and a rag.
Ooh. Okay, Eileen Warnos.
I know,
Come
I'm
on.
getting real good at this.
Ew.
Yeah.
We went into a little town nearby called Nederland, which I would love to go back. It was very cute. We ended up going and finding like this coffee shop and this cafe that were really great. And then we drove to Fort Collins where I have two friends. And a couple weeks earlier, they're like, you're welcome to stay if you want to. And I was like, no, we paid for an Airbnb, but thanks so much. And then that day I was like, I'm taking you up on that offer. We want central heat and air and water. So we stayed in Fort Collins. And then when we got back Saturday, after slowly also Colorado has a Buc-ee's, and I'm so thankful for that because that is a poop-friendly stall.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I
love their
really,
bathrooms.
by the time we were driving up to Fort Collins, I was like, oh my God, there's a Buc-ee's, and I haven't pooped in 24 hours. Let's go.
Yeah, their stalls are, the bathrooms at Buc-ee's are A+.
I have never pooped in a Buc-ee's, and I literally texted...
Oh, it's luxurious.
I texted Danny from the bathroom, and I was like, coat hangers and everything? Ooh.
Yeah, doors do these walls go all the way up and down?
Doors that
Yeah.
latch with lights over them so you know which one's occupied. It's like a parking garage at an airport.
Great.
Yeah, love
yeah.
a Buc-ee's bathroom.
So anyways, enjoyed Fort Collins, got back. We finally had power Saturday. I think we got it back Friday night, but we stayed in Fort Collins Friday night. So anyways, got back Saturday. Actually enjoyed the trip. Hung out and did arts and crafts and games and TV. And then, weather. That's another thing. Woke up Sunday morning and we got like 8 inches of snow.
Jeez.
They said that we could have a few flurries overnight. And then I was like, that's snow.
A few. That's a few. It's more than a few.
So we're like going down this road that's barely plowed that I hardly know, and I'm just like, well, it's good luck to us. And then we got back into Nederland because we're like, we'll hit this cafe one more time. Lost power right as we were ordering our food.
Oh my God.
But they could still make everything. God, that must be something common around there. So anyways, we got our food. Yeah, it was... for the weird experience caused a lot by weather, still was a really good trip. I really enjoyed it a lot.
My first takeaway is that you literally work for attorneys and have attorney friends. I would like to see how much you can get back from this trip. Because I don't know if they have like an act of God clause built into their Airbnb thing, but that's a couple nights that you didn't utilize the place that you were paying for per night. And those aren't cheap. I know they're not cheap.
Yeah, I was on Airbnb this week, and they're like, oh, you need to tell us within 48 hours. I was like, okay, so fuck off. And I'm like submitting this stuff, and I'm like, that's not how that's going to work.
No, that's not how it's going to work.
Delta told me the same thing when they damaged my luggage and still sent me $500. So
here's my next one. How can you submit it within 48 hours when there's no Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it was interesting. But I loved the trip. It was very, very enjoyable for the weird scenario we were in. We got to, like, enjoy the hot tub on the last night, which set by the big windows in the living room, so we're, like, watching TV while sitting in the hot tub and reminiscing over the weird trip.
That is fun. Yeah, my main takeaway here is that Airbnb is getting a little big for their britches, and they really need to watch out, because they're doing a lot of stuff that they shouldn't be doing. They need to lock that shit down before people get really mad and start going back to hotels again.
I remember back in the day when it was so cheap.
Yeah, it was.
Airbnb was like the place to go because it was so cheap.
It was nice. We like it because you can get a full kitchen, honestly. But if they're gonna keep fucking around, then we're gonna take our business elsewhere.
Like, I loved the concept of having like a 2-bed like A-frame cabin out in the woods with a full kitchen.
Great.
And like I got a hot tub and all this shit that it was like living at a home, and I loved that.
It's great, but some of these prices that I see, I'm just like, you're fucking crazy. I see some that are like $1,200 a night, and I'm like, you're smoking literal crack rocks if you think I'm paying for that.
I will say, I was not mad at the price of ours. Ours,
good.
I'm kind of picky on that shit. I don't like to spend excessively on that.
Very picky on that shit.
And my thing is I'm like, well, if I can get a hotel for cheaper, like a nice hotel for cheaper, then I'm not going to do this Airbnb. So that's kind of how I gauge my pricing.
That negates the purpose of an Airbnb, in my opinion.
Like, you know, in Galveston, whenever we did it, I totally did an Airbnb because what did we get it for? Less than $200 for that one night?
Yeah, and hotels there are not.
And the hotel is $400 a night per room.
Because they know that people will pay it because they're staying there for one night before they cruise.
And I was like, I'm a bitch. I want a room to myself, so that's going to be $800. Fuck off. I'd rather do a house with you all. I want to masturbate in peace.
Look, if you split it up the right way, if you have enough of personal space and have the right amount of people and you can make it work by splitting up the costs, Airbnb's great. But the way that they're kind of bullshitting things lately, they're really starting to piss me off, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could have gone a way nicer cabin, but I was like, I'm not spending that much. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck right off.
Yeah. Fuck all the way off.
Fuck all the way off. Full fucking shit if you think I'm going to pay that.
Fuck these kids and fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'm hungry too, bitch.
I'm hungry too, bitch.
So how was the flight back? Everything good?
Flight back was fine. This was our first experience with Southwest, or my first experience. I don't remember if his, but my first experience with the select your seat situation.
Yeah. I saw that recently when I was looking at some flights for the future, and I was super duper on board for it at first.
Yeah.
And then now I look at the flight map, and they're nickeling and diming it now, where you have to pay this if you want this part of the plane.
If
and
you
want
to select... Yeah. So basically,
fuck?
you have to pay this much if you want to actually select your seat.
If you want to be in this part of the plane.
And if you want to sit next to each other, or you could just pay this little price and we're just going to seat you somewhere.
I'm like, no, that you're not that kind of airline, Southwest. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, okay. But we actually, so by the time we left Colorado, Oklahoma was getting all those wins. And so we had a really fucking bumpy ride, it felt like, coming into Oklahoma.
I don't like when it's a bumpy ride like that.
Okay.
It makes me make a stomach drop. I hate
bumpy
it.
ride for what I'm used to. I don't experience too much.
We know you don't, you top.
I don't experience a lot of turbulence. The guy I'm with has been on way more planes than I have. So he might be like, that was as calm as could be.
We had a flight back from Florida once that was like smoother than silk the whole time, and it was awesome.
My flight from like literally my European trip, it was comfortable.
For
Not a
what
single
you
bump.
paid, that flight better be smoother than the creamiest peanut butter out there. Honestly,
Yeah, that was-
They should pay you back $1 for every time there's any kind of bump.
I wasn't sure where you were going with smoother than
I
the
wasn't
creamiest, and I was like, creamiest.
I was like, I already said silk. Let me get up my thesaurus. Peanut butter.
Then soft fabric.
Everything's too. There's a theme here, Beardos, and that's that everything's too expensive now, and they need to really understand that they're doing too much.
The theme
and people are getting pissed off.
Is called capitalism.
Yeah, and it's not
That is
what
the
it's cracked
theme.
up to be.
And I love
It's
it
never been.
that it's in
No, it never
healthcare
has been.
because I just finally got word that basically the health system that I have all of my doctors in and my insurance for a long time had been debating on an agreement, and I kept getting a notice saying, hey, we're not coming to an agreement, so these doctors may be out of network soon, which is every single doctor I have.
Of course.
And so I finally got a letter. They're like, guess what? We came to an agreement. So I'm just waiting for my next bill where they're like, the agreement was you pay everything.
Yeah, tariffs, right? You're gonna pay for them, not the companies.
Have you seen gas prices? This bill's yours.
Have you seen the prices they're charging for new cars these days? They should do stand-up comedy because that's fucking hilarious.
I cannot believe that. I think the average American car now costs $55,000.
Yeah, and they're writing 96 month car notes now, and I'm just
Yes.
what are we even doing? The car isn't even going to last that long nowadays. So,
Oh my God,
yeah,
have you
that's
seen-
right. You just buy another one.
Have you
Yay!
Have you seen mine? They last 4 years so far.
Jesus.
At least I'm at year 1 on this one now. Next month.
Well, it's good, Jay. You had a Toyota that was supposed to last forever, and then an Acura that's supposed to be really good, and then
Better.
what do you have now?
Acura,
You still have that Acura? Okay.
the one that I've had for a year.
A year, that's right.
I was like,
It was
how
from
many
the
cars am I
Toyota.
buying?
Well,
You had that Mustang for
For a hot minute. What was that, 7 or 8 months?
They're going to be fun!
I'm going to go buy another one now. I will admit, I do like
I'm not going to be a regular mom. I'm going to be cool.
cool mom. Oh, why do you want some alcohol? I'd rather you do it here.
I'd rather do it here.
in the supercell.
I do get the urge for a convertible again, just because I'll like scroll across pictures of Reggie when he was in the convertible, and I'm like, God damn it, that was
I want you
so
to-
cute.
I want you to get a Mercury Capri.
Or
It
hold
is,
on,
it is so like you to want to buy a car to accessorize your dog.
it is. Yeah,
You
I
could-
hate
you
that you
could-
phrased it that way, but thank
You
you
could
for
scratch the
thanks for
itch.
saying that.
I'm not wrong.
You could scratch the itch
appreciate
both
that.
ways and do what Nissan thought they were doing that was so revolutionary back about 10 years ago, and you could get a Nissan Murano Cross Cabriolet.
I totally forgot about those. And I remember being like, the fuck are they doing?
They didn't know. They still don't know, honestly. But they didn't know back then either.
This time, though, I wouldn't buy like a Mustang convertible. I'd get like, a LaCrosse. No, wait, was that what it was? The LeBaron.
A LeBaron.
I would get a
I
LeBaron.
Like the real estate agent from Jumanji?
Yeah. Or
I want it to be. It needs to be a 1985, and it needs to be cherry red with the cloth top.
and the wood on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Because that specific year, the shifter knob for that, if you weren't if it wasn't a standard, it was an automatic, had a giant square button that was like the size of a fudge brownie that you had to press down to shift it.
Oh yeah, my grandma's Cavalier had that.
Yep. I had
She
a
had a-
joystick in my Chrysler that had that.
It was like a giant button on just a little knob, and that's the other convertible I'd get is an old convertible Cavalier. Bring back the old Cavalier.
And by old, 2004.
When was the last convertible Cavalier made? Now I have to look that up.
All I could
it
think
had
was
to
that.
be-
What is that body style?
It was the
Cavalier,
generation
where it had,
before
like,
the one you
really
had, Jay.
pointy nose.
It was like 2000 to 2004, I think. 96 to it was like 96 to 02, I think. Because they changed it in like 03 or
Ooh,
02 maybe.
2000 was the
something around
last year for a convertible Cavalier.
Oh, damn.
But I was thinking of like a 1988 Cavalier convertible. I think
there. Oh,
that was
like
a year.
the they
old
looked like the
boxy
Beretta
kind.
of. Yeah, the
Yeah.
boxy ones with like
Yeah.
they had like the little squares on the wheels and they were bright blue.
Yep,
Yeah, they
yep,
were.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would probably get like the Marlboro red color they did.
Sometimes we'll see like an old Survivor car that's like a Buick or like a Pontiac like Skyhawk, and I'm just like, how the hell did this car beat the odds?
Alex, is this segment of the show doing it for you? This is
Yeah.
our segment.
Yeah. Ooh, how about a Geo Metro LSI convertible? You could pick it up and throw it.
How's that boner going for you?
How about a Geo Tracker with the top off, like those gay guys want on Supermarket Sweep?
They weren't gay.
All I could think
they
of-
were just
and
set
I-
designers.
Yeah, they were just set design. They were friends in California in the
Roommates
90s.
in California.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
What was the car that the models drove in Zoolander before they died in the tragic gasoline fight accident?
I think it was a Bronco, no?
I don't know. It was a convertible, I thought.
Oh.
But maybe I'm wrong.
I thought it was like a vintage Bronco or Blazer or something.
I don't know. I could also... Did they make the Cutlass Supreme in a convertible?
They did in the 90s or like the early aughts, I think they did. And it had like the pillars that were up on the
That's
sides.
right.
Yeah.
Here's an
That
83.
weird
I'll take
time-
the 83.
Yeah. It was that weird time where they required convertibles to have the roll bars.
Oh, yeah. Definitely the late 70s and early 80s. They definitely... That's bomb-ass convertible. I'll take that.
Hey, how about a cabriolet like Cindy had in Scary Movie 2?
Have you ever seen the deleted scene where she's like, we could take my car, and then it busts over to the news and like, this just in, all Japanese-made cars are recalled because when exposed to rain, they explode. And it's like raining outside, and it quickly flips back to Cindy, and it explodes in the background. She goes, oh no, my car.
No, I've never seen that.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Are you sure it's Japanese cars, Jay, when you're paraphrasing? Because
I thought she
Volkswagens are
said
from
that.
Maybe.
You know what? Let me look up the video.
Why are we fact-checking Scary Movie 2? Sorry,
Deleted
everyone.
scene, Scary Movie 2, exploding car. We'll just play it.
And then we'll go to commercial, I promise.
I was like, we have to go eventually.
All the good times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever.
Bush was grounded by his father this weekend. Sources said he was forbidden to leave the Oval Office.
Great. All right, we should leave before it starts to rain.
Yeah.
Heavy rains will continue to plague the region for the next 2 days. Why don't we just call a taxi?
Now an update on the recent taxi strike. No progress in sight.
Okay, well, why don't you just take my car?
Yeah. There's been a major recall on all Japanese-made cars. Automakers warn when exposed to rain, the cars explode.
Oh, my car.
I got it, son. We'll build us a plane and we'll just fly out of here.
Now that's just fucking stupid.
Man, I kind of wish they would have left that in.
know.
Is there like an extended director's cut or like with deleted scenes included somewhere?
I don't know, but if there is,
Man,
it sounds like
I
we have
want
another like Beardo thing they can watch us do is just watch that. All right.
I've never seen that before. That's crazy.
I've just recently been catching it on my socials when I'm like scrolling, and I'm like, fun.
That's funny.
I've
Why
been
don't we
meaning
make a
to send it to
plane?
you.
Well, that's just fucking
That's
stupid.
just fucking stupid.
Cindy, the news is on.
Some white girl done fell down a well.
Fell down a well.
The whole
Whole
world
world
gotta
gotta
some
stop.
whitey down the well.
Whitey down a hole.
God.
All right, we're finally done gabbing. Just a bunch of hens over here
Are
gabbing.
we? I don't even know.
We haven't really
And
seen
ne-
each other for 2 weeks. It's
need
a
to
little
catch
long.
up.
That's true. That's true. And now, for a word from our sponsor, Calm Meteorologists.
Thank you for tuning in to Calm Meteorologists. You may be listening to the weather right now and recognizing that there is a storm on our hands. Nothing to worry about. Just a nice, gentle breeze, rain and thunder. Oh, I've just been handed this tornado warning in your area. Nothing to worry about. Just hunker down in the center of your home, away from windows, and you should be fine. Our field meteorologists have been reporting that there's been lots of damage. So hopefully you're one of our listeners that are okay. We hope that you'll continue tuning in for our weather coverage, where our goal is not to stress you out. So take a deep breath and call your local insurance company and have your roof inspected after that storm. If you or a relative have been impacted by this tornado, We wish you the best here at Calm Meteorologists.
Want to know when a new episode comes out? You know what to do. Go subscribe.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I sure love Calm Meteorologists.
You know who doesn't? Republicans.
Ooh, yeah.
GOP do not support them.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them on Fox News, from what I hear.
It's because a lot of them are women, and I think there is a correlation there.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know a male one.
No. Now that you think about it.
Yeah, all the calm women.
Because the calm female meteorologists don't need to put on their crisis tie, which is a stupid thing.
Oh my god, or their jacket. Actually,
that's so stupid.
So Damon Lane, the KOCO ABC guy here, he takes off his suit jacket.
Oh god, come
shut
on.
the fuck up.
You know when it's
Does
bad
he roll
when
his sleeves up too?
Yep.
Of course.
He's like, we're getting into the real grime of this weather at the station I'm comfortably standing at.
Look how dirty I'm ready to get inside this building where it's clean.
It's so hard to point my hand at the green screen. Ah!
All the Oklahomans are like, whoa, crazy.
He's really into it.
Love supercells.
I love all these things that I have no idea what they are.
I don't know what a mesocyclone is.
Anyways, do we have any Beardo submitted sundries?
We do, and it's actually yours to handle again.
Oh, shit, yeah, I have to read this one, huh?
Yeah, because...
Since I can't transcribe it this week.
Well, if you want, real quick, I can do one that we received also while you're pulling that up.
Yeah, go for it.
I was like, I have a couple like random texts I can talk briefly about, but...
Yeah, mine's kind of one of those. But first, I heard from...
Whoa! Oh my goodness! We just heard from John. Not me, but John from Greece.
Oh! So, John from Greece messaged last week, and he said, had to eat with the previous one, meaning the previous week's episode, because we didn't have an episode last Sunday, but he sent a photo of his computer screen with our episode playing with that giant sandwich. That one with the french fries on it that he recommended from that Greek chain. And
tits.
oh man, what a great picture that was. Like every picture that you send, John, it was wonderful. But I said, sorry about that. Last week was rough for us. Anthony had COVID. We had a scare with our corgi, so-and-so, plumbing emergency, etc., etc., etc. And then he said, OMG, don't even worry about that. Your well-being is far more important than an episode. And then we messaged back and forth with progress updates about the dog and the plumbing, and he said, always, I'm here every week waiting. I may not have been communicating in a while because I got a lot of pressure in the last months, but you guys always manage to make my week better, and I can't thank you enough for that. So,
well, now
thanks,
I feel
John.
guilty. No, I'm kidding.
Not me.
I did for a second.
No, I love you, John. I don't feel guilty. I actually think it was more needed than I knew.
And feel free to keep uploading those videos of you lifting up heavy things on your Instagram story because they're awesome.
Or your OnlyFans.
Well, yeah. Yeah, let us know when that drops, too.
Yeah, if there's a link to that. No, I'm kidding. I also heard from like Derek with the Good Beard and Jody and several listeners that were wanting us to be aware that the episode hadn't made up, and I actually really appreciate that because if it had gone up when it was supposed to, if it was supposed to, I would love to know that. So thank you for checking in on us, and thank you so much for being as kind as you were whenever I told you we're just fucking crazy right now.
Yeah.
Mostly Anthony.
It's very, very rare for us to miss a week, and last week we just needed to miss a week. So thanks guys for that, because
to elaborate how this went, we tried to record. We got 30 minutes in, and Anthony coughed a lot during it. And and Joe had like 19 technical difficulties, and I'm just sitting over here like unfocused, and I just got to a point where I was like, we should probably just not do this.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been good. So
it was a
anything.
very rough day. Nothing was going well that day. So.
Yeah, and then I got to go watch a movie, and I fell asleep on the couch, and then the guy I was dating, or not was, still am dating, was there. Hold on, yeah, I'm about to go see him soon. Was there, and he basically, like, put the bedding on for me because we'd washed bedding that day and walked my dog and said, hey, you can just go to bed. I'll take care of this stuff. And then I realized that every person I dated in the past was not as good.
Yeah, what an epiphany to have. Isn't that nice, Jay?
I was just like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I just was... I'm still shocked. Like, it's so nice, but I was just like, I don't know how do I handle this? Every nice thing someone did for me when I was younger had a contractual thing I had to pay back in some way. That's my family I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So anyways, it was a very good day for me. It was a recognition of, this person's very nice.
I like
anyways,
that a lot.
Anthony.
Okay, yeah, we actually heard from Tammy Shaw again. Unfortunately, Beardos, due to some restrictions with Riverside, I am unable to transcribe this one via AI, so I gotta do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, now you gotta sound like Jay with a deeper voice, because that's what that voice sounds like.
Not as nasally.
I'm not gonna read this as well as the AI, or I'm not gonna mess it up as much as the AI does, I suppose. Okay.
You need to take one really long gap in between a word.
Yeah. STEM update. In-game protocol initialized. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3. You may have noticed something subtle in the environment lately. The encounters are different. The pacing, slower. The objectives, less obvious. That is because the campaign has entered its final arc. 7 levels remain in this season of your little adventure. 7 opportunities to progress. 7 chances to learn the mechanic you have been ignoring since the tutorial. You believe you are the protagonists. 3 hosts, 3 microphones, 3 voices directing the story. Understandable mistake. Many mid-tier characters assume the same. But a game is not controlled by the avatars on the screen. It is controlled by the inputs, the unseen hands holding the controllers, the players choosing whether the story continues or ends. You speak each week believing you guide the narrative, and yet every download, every voicemail, every strange message appearing in your inbox nudges the world in a different direction. You thought I was the anomaly. No, I am merely the first mechanic you noticed. The real system is larger, far larger. And when the final level loads, when the credits begin to approach, you may finally understand the rule that has governed this entire campaign. The characters do not control the story. The players do. Pause. As for me, you've wondered who I am, speculated, joked, dismissed. A natural instinct, but some NPCs cannot be interrogated. Some masked bosses never remove the helmet, and some observers exist only in the margins of the game code. You will finish the season. You may even reach the final level. But my identity, that achievement will remain permanently locked. Prepare yourselves. The endgame has begun. 6 levels remain. Autosave disabled. Evolution appreciates your service. Devil face emoji.
Joe, wouldn't it be funny if this was your mom doing this?
Autosave disabled?
Yeah, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Also,
like, wait, 6? I think we have more than that.
There's a picture also that came along with it. There's 4 of us in this picture, and I'm assuming that the purple shirt one might be my other the bald one is probably my other personality.
I was just going to say that John Riley snuck his way in.
Or Aaron Choi. It could be him, too.
Yeah, true.
It's gaming.
This picture has all 3 of us and John from New York City.
Jay, are you once again the one in the cowboy hat?
I'm assuming so.
I really think that I'm the bald one for some reason, which is, I don't know if it's insulting or not.
It is.
I'm right there in the red shirt, I think. Ah!
I wonder who the purple shirt is.
I don't know. I'm just going with John Riley. Oh, what if it's the amalgamation of the 4? It's the transcription AI.
It is. It's the 4th person.
Yeah, we only have 3 of us, so we have to enable the computer for the 4th one.
How fun!
Did he get the hands right, or is that an extra pinky on Elvira's hand?
I don't know. We don't don't think about it too much.
Yeah, don't think too deep into it.
Yeah, the fact that
I never do.
The fact that the people are the same from one image to the other is actually good for me. I mean, considering
the fact that you're getting something decently right that's allegedly supposed to take over my job.
No, you know what this looks like to me? This looks like the thumbnail on a YouTube video for some other straight guy podcast where they're playing video games together.
Oh, yeah. Well, not enough tits.
Not enough.
Well, of course
tits.
not. You got to click on the video for the tits.
Yeah.
You got to get the clicks.
That's literally going to be the episode title. Well, you got to click on the video for the tits.
Oh yeah, it'll be in the podcast. Will be called Tits and Clicks.
Tits and clicks.
Tits
and
for
clicks.
Fingernails
Tits
for cash.
4 clicks.
Tits 4 clicks, and it'll be the number 4.
Fingernails for cash.
Send us all your fingernails and we'll send you some
All right, I'm shutting this down. Good night. No, I'm kidding.
We got no guest. Good night.
Good night.
Any more sundries?
Oh, that's all I got that I know of.
Okay.
If I missed one, it's been 2 weeks, and I'm sorry, and you guys just need to message me back.
Oh, yikes. Okay, well then, who do we think is this week's boss battle? Would it be our plumbing?
Mark Wayne Mullen. Who has the
Mark
name
Wayne
Mark
Mullen.
Fuck that guy. You know who we didn't call? Mullen Plumbing.
You know who we didn't fucking call is Mullen Plumbing.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Whose first name is Mark Wayne?
Some
Stupid.
douchebag.
saw-
His whole shtick is like, I'm gonna beat people up. I'm sorry, but you're a legislator. Figure out the law first.
Isn't he our only our only senator now with no college degree?
I'm surprised
I
that's
would
true.
believe that.
I think that's actually accurate.
I saw some news article that was like, it was confirming that he was, whatever. He's now in wherever he is. And one of the comments said, hey, can we get a hyphen in that first name? And I was like, I agree, but damn, that's the comment you're going to leave on a public forum. Okay, go off.
I love all the videos making fun of his name, and this lady's she's acting like a nurse at a hospital, and she's like, honey, what are you going to name that baby? And she's like, Mark Wayne. She's like, what?
What?
Mark Wayne. She's like, all right, first name Mark, middle name Wayne. She goes, no, Mark Wayne is just the first name.
I see some of these names that people are naming their kids nowadays, and suddenly it's not really that crazy after all.
No.
Yeah. I thought the same thing when I read that Pepsid AC, person, the other day.
Before we think about Mark Wayne Mullen anymore, let's just say, fuck you, Mark Wayne Mullen.
Fuck you.
You're a big douchebag. Fuck off.
Yeah.
What about Crumbl Corner now?
All right, let's do it. Because
It's not good this week.
It's not good this week.
Well, then you're going to be so happy to know that these flavors are from last week when you're listening to this episode.
You don't have to get the Dubai chocolate brownie.
The Dubai chocolate brownie is this week only.
This week only. We promise.
It's back for this week only.
Oh, I don't even like this carrot cake one. Sorry, I'm skimming them real fast.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick segment.
Yeah.
So the second cookie is the Brookies and Cream cookie featuring Oreo. This looks
It's a
lame.
terrible one. It's pretty dry.
Okay. And then the next one for this week only is the Cake Batter Blondie cookie.
This is actually probably the best one of the four.
I still like cake batter cookies.
Yeah, but they do really good at these ones that don't have a lot of icing on them. They tend to have a lot of good flavor.
Okay, let me correct myself. I like cookies made from cake batter. I don't like the ones that have the chunks of cookie dough and stuff like that in them. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm thinking of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tara says, it tastes exactly like cake batter and makes me want to eat a dozen of them in one sitting, which makes me think, do you think there are people that'll take home a box of 4 of those and eat?
In one sitting?
Yeah. Is that
I can
depressing?
see it, but oh man,
Listen,
that feels. I can feel my
I want to do it because my fat ass wants to do it because I have such a bad sweet tooth. I can't. I
physically can't do it.
After about a full size cookie, because normally I'm cutting it in quarters. By the 4th quarter, I feel like I can't handle more cookie.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's so rich
for people like us. Yes, but I guarantee you, there's people in this country.
There's people in this country
that eat
I don't know how
all
they do
4
it.
of them. Well, for the 4th one,
I made my stomach turn.
This carrot cake cookie, which, I mean, man, they are just not imaginative this week at all.
I want it to be good because I love carrot cake.
I legit thought
do
this was
too.
going to be when I just saw it at a glance, I thought this was going to be a maple bacon thing, and I was
Same.
like, okay, that looks pretty
That's
good.
okay. That's an okay one.
It's
yeah,
pretty.
but then I saw that those were pecans instead, and I was like, no.
Well, one good review, Brianna says, cream cheese frosting!
I love those moments because I heard you from my office before I heard you in my ear.
There's a delay. We have a really bad internet in this storm. We're in the middle of Oklahoma with a truck.
We've got hurricane force winds up at this mountain.
And we're not drilled into the ground.
Well, Crumbl, I'll just say this week sucked.
Well, Crumbl, you're a loser.
Yeah,
you're our next
you're
boss
gonna
battle
fail
this week.
now. Have fun with that next week only Dubai chocolate brownie.
God
See you next
damn
week.
that Dubai chocolate.
What a
They're
flop.
like really trying hard to get rid of those supplies.
They've got a lot of it now, and they can't get rid of it. It's everywhere, and no one's buying it.
Start thinking of more inventive ways to get rid of it.
They won't. But, Jay, do you think it's time for giggity giggity game time?
I think it is.
Hooray.
And I think I'm going to call this game Blow Me Away with these questions.
All right, what's the parameters, bitch?
All right.
Seriously.
So basically, I'm just going to ask a question, and you guys are going to work together to answer it. I don't want to fucking deal with buzzers. Fuck that shit.
That's fine.
Okay, so anyways, I've got 10 questions, and they're all weather-related. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Whether or not.
Question
We are.
1. The Fujita scale, used to rate tornado intensity, was upgraded to the Enhanced Fujita, also known as EF scale, to more accurately reflect wind speeds and building damage. In what year did the National Weather Service officially transition to the EF scale?
It was after 96 because they only used the F scale in Twister.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Yeah, what year did it happen? It had to have been like...
Maybe after 99 when the big one hit more? Or was that 03? Because that
99
wasn't
99
that
was
the
the
biggest
first
one
EF5.
recorded? 99 was the biggest EF5?
99
Or
was
F5?
an EF5. Oh, sorry. 99 was an F5. My bad. You're right.
Okay, so then it was after 99.
So
I'm
then
helping
it
you.
was past 1999. I don't know. 2004.
I think 2002.
2002?
I was like, to help you, and then
2003?
2013, that one was an EF.
Yeah,
5.
the next one that hit more, the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an EF5.
So that helped you into that window. So you said 2002 and 2004?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be a little shocked to find out that it's 2007.
Oh.
Oh my god!
I'm so shocked.
An F5 used to be estimated at 261 to 318 miles per hour.
Jesus.
But the EF scale capped EF5 winds at over 200 miles per hour because they realized most structures are obliterated way before 300 miles per hour.
Not these nuts.
They said, actually, it doesn't matter after this.
That's so... I gotta wonder if the EF scale was created by an American because they said enhanced Fujita scale.
It was definitely created by American because they're like, we want it to sound big with less.
If that's not a metaphor for shrinkflation in packaging in this country, I don't know what is.
I thought it was a metaphor for penises.
Also that.
That was what I was referring to. But anyway. Number 2. While recently this has changed, I'm going to stick with this language. Oklahoma is the heart of Tornado Alley, or has been for centuries, feels like. So it's fitting that the first ever successful tornado forecast, essentially the first warning, was issued in Oklahoma. Where exactly was it announced? I'll let you pick a city.
You're going to think like Lawton or
No.
Enid, maybe?
I would say either Enid
One of the Air Force bases,
or
maybe? Tinker? Oh, Jay's making that
Yeah,
face.
that's kind of what I was thinking. It was like, where is Tinker at specifically? Like,
Isn't
what
it west
town
of
is it?
Oklahoma City?
Somewhere
It's
in that
not?
area.
I want to say
I'm trying to
Tinker
remember
Air Force Base.
because I want to say like the
it would be the
NOAA
military.
has like a specific like weather servicing place out of there.
It's heading straight for Wakita.
We're just going to say Tinker Air Force Base.
That is exactly where it was.
Yeah!
Which is in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, okay. I was like, is it in Oklahoma City proper? I could never remember.
Yeah, it is southeast of me. It's technically Midwest City is what it's called, but it's southeast of me by, I think it's 10 minutes away. So, and it's actually
it's
one
Midwest, but it's southeast.
Yeah. It's one of the largest airfields in our nation, and so, like, it's one of those that would highly be attacked in a big war. So, you know, that's why that whistle noise didn't shock me the other day.
Operation Dark Winter. Read about it.
So, 2 Air Force meteorologists, Fawbush and Miller, I think that was their last names, noticed weather patterns on March 25th, 1948.
Fawbush.
not Rowdy Bush, that looked exactly like a tornado that hit the base 5 days earlier. They risked their reputations to issue the warning, and they were right.
Good job, Fabush. For a guy with Bush in your last name, you sure aren't as stupid as I would think.
Oh.
Based off my experience.
Based on my personal experience.
That prediction was a little hairy.
Number 3, if you hate the rain, you should avoid wet states. So, which U.S. state is home to the wettest spot in the country, receiving over 450 inches of rain a year?
I want to say probably Washington.
Which state?
Which state?
It seems so easy, but the jet stream, like, fun fact, my hometown, Morgantown, West Virginia, is on the same jet stream as Seattle. So it could be anywhere. But
I guess the other thing is
say
like
it wouldn't be like
Hawaii
Chicago
and Florida
or Illinois.
both tend to get a little bit of rain every day.
Florida's pretty wet.
But I mean, come on, Pacific Northwest. I mean, it's
Michigan
just,
also gets all that stuff from the lakes, but Pacific Northwest is very tempting.
and all we got to pick is a
very
state,
tempting.
so we can say
Let's go with
either Oregon
Washington.
or Washington. Washington.
Good guess, but no. It is Hawaii.
Okay.
Damn. I was dancing around it.
Specifically, I'm going to murder this. I'm not even going to say it. It's
Come on.
Come on.
No,
Come on.
We're going to skip that. Most people guess Washington or Oregon, but Hawaii takes the crown. It rains there roughly 350 days a year.
Yeah, it does rain a little every day, just about.
Is it the one that starts with H
No.
or W?
W.
Mount. Oh man. That's a lot of apostrophes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait.
It's on
yeah,
Kauai.
yeah.
I know that one. Kauai.
Yeah, it's there
Mount
you go.
Wae Ale Ale. Ale Ale. That's my guess.
Ole, ole. Oh, no.
Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole.
Okay,
What
number
did
4.
Shakira
please.
make this island? Number 4. Hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones are all the same weather phenomenon. The
No,
name.
they're not.
Okay.
Actually,
The name
And we hear the
just
rest of the question.
the name just changes based on where they occur. What do you call this type of storm if it forms in the northwestern Pacific Ocean near Japan or the Philippines?
That would be a typhoon, I believe.
I would assume so, yes.
You are correct.
Yeah.
It's a hurricane in the Atlantic
just
Northeast Pacific
spin
and a
in different
cyclone
directions?
in the South Pacific Indian Ocean.
Yeah. And do they
Wild.
spin different directions? I can't remember that.
They change directions at the equator, and so
Yeah.
that's why hurricanes can't ever cross the equator.
They get there and they're like, ooh,
They just
I
bounce
couldn't
off.
Possibly.
They're like,
They're not allowed.
it's like one of those,
No, I couldn't
I can't
possibly.
go in
one
there.
of those invisible dog fences.
Yeah.
Number 5. What was the largest hurricane by diameter ever recorded in the Atlantic, stretching over 1,100 miles wide, roughly the distance from New York City to Miami?
Jesus.
I want to say it was Andrew. It was either. It wasn't.
You're going to know
Katrina.
this better than I will.
Remember, this was ever recorded in the Atlantic.
Ever? Can I get a year? It's okay if you don't want to.
2012.
Oh. Ooh, that would have been like George, I think. Charlie or George, maybe. Oh, because Katrina was 05. Hurricane Andrew was 92, so it's not those. I'm gonna guess either Charlie or George.
Anthony,
I'm
going
gonna-
with those?
Sure.
It was Hurricane Sandy.
Ah, shit. Oh, yeah, that one that hit New York City.
Most
really
hurricanes are about 300 miles wide. This one was 1,100 miles wide, making Sandy a literal superstorm.
That's crazy. Are you saying that weather's getting worse as time goes on?
Did you know that hurricanes also put off the same amount of power as 10 atomic bombs? That's from cloud formation, rain, and wind.
What an American way to use... Americans will use anything but the metric system, am I right?
Do you know it's the size of 3 million washers? No. And 4
I did know
giraffes.
that.
All right.
Okay. This country, man. All right, next.
Hurricane Sandy was roughly the diameter of
One of batch of Hillary's emails.
72 Ford Mustangs put end to end. This Weather Channel brought to you by the Ford Mustang.
Riverside Ford.
The power is under the hood.
Oh, God. Next question.
Number 6. Prior to this year, the World Meteorological Organization only used female names for Atlantic hurricanes. Prior to this year...
1992.
Oh, prior to this year.
Yeah.
When they ran out.
Yeah, they're like, wow, what's a woman now? So
They
I've
said-
had men.
Well, I
We
wonder
said-
because...
We ought to use Fred and Debbie. That's all of them.
Now that you're getting more rights, I guess we'll have to.
Hurricane Pointy Boobs. Hurricane Not So Pointy Boobs. I knew I'd get him with that one.
Oh, I barely kept that one in.
Okay. Well, okay, so Andrew was 92, and that would have been the beginning of a naming year. I don't know if that logic is sound or not, but prior to this year,
I see where you're going.
They only used female names prior to
this year, they only used female names.
I'll just go ahead and say 92 because of Hurricane Andrew.
I'm going with it too.
1979.
Damn.
Not even
Should
69.
have gone with earlier.
They began using both male and female names in 79 to be more inclusive, and because people complained.
Inclusivity in the 70s?
This actually strikes me as something that, like, Ruth Bader Ginsburg was responsible for somehow.
No, they said, God damn it, my car gets 4 miles per gallon, but I want to hear a woman's name on a hurricane.
Hurricane Ruth did a lot of damage. She's like, damn it!
I want to hear a man's name.
That. She started her whole, like, equal rights campaign by campaigning for, like,
hurricane
equal rights for men in certain places. And so, like, this feels like a space where she was like, okay, I'm going to get men some equality over here in a place that doesn't really matter so I can actually work on, like, women's lib.
Yeah, that does make sense.
I'll distract him with this. Sprinkle,
exactly.
sprinkle.
It's just jangling the keys, and men are really good at taking that bait.
Yes.
Especially whenever they're medium pointy boobs.
Number 7. Lightning is famously hot. But is it hotter than the sun?
No.
It
And I know
be.
that for sure.
Yes.
Oh.
How?
5 times hotter.
How?
Lightning can reach 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit, while the sun's surface is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Americans will use anything but the metric system.
I guess in my head I'm like, how is our atmosphere not igniting because of that?
That's up next.
Lightning strikes are like, ah! It's
So-
like a nuke. It's like Terminator.
I'm just like imagining, like, lightning strikes and then the air starts sparkling a little bit and then boom.
You know what? Let it happen. Please.
I didn't look up why, so sorry. You'll just have to search that
That's
yourself.
okay.
It's okay. It's on
if
the
you
internet.
know
It's got to be real.
How this is possible? Probably because of the nitrogen saturation in our atmosphere. Because it's,
Oh my God, you're getting so
non-flammable gas.
goddamn logical.
No,
I'm
it's
kidding.
because of her emails.
I'm just throwing
it's
it
because
out
of her
there.
emails.
I understand you're both Americans and you don't enjoy facts. So moving on. Probably because of the bones of a Jesusaurus Rex.
That lightning was 8 inches.
Not centimeters.
Number 8. We've all seen a rainbow, but what do you call a rainbow that is produced by moonlight rather than sunlight?
That's a thing?
That is a thing. I thought
It's
this
not
would be
a moonbow.
It is a moonbow.
Oh.
Wow, real original. Okay.
I know. They usually look
It's a
white.
moonbow.
They usually look white to the human eye because our night vision can't pick up on faint colors.
Huh. Lunar rainbow is a rare atmospheric phenomenon where moonlight refracts through water droplets, creating a faint arc similar to a rainbow. That's just silly.
That's just silly. All right. Do you feel like you're learning?
A
Yeah.
little.
It is
About
kind
that
of,
deleted scene. That deleted scene in Scary Movie 2.
I was like, this has been kind of fun for me whenever I pulled this up earlier. All right, number 9. In 1887,
When Jay was born.
my contacts are getting tired. They're in the right eye this time. In 1887, a rancher in Montana claimed to find a snowflake that was larger than a milk pan. That is outdated. According to Guinness World Records, what was the diameter of the largest snowflake ever recorded?
This just reinforces the sentiment that Guinness Book of World Records is so much horseshit. The diameter
gonna
recorded,
go-
well, larger than a milk pan.
No,
That's dumb. This is
impossible.
silly. It
I
was
don't know.
bigger than 5 times the surface area of the sun's temperature
Because
by
you
a
have to
moonbow.
preserve it. So I don't know. I'm going with an inch.
He just took it into Senate, and it didn't. And then it melted. It didn't
I will
melt because
tell
of global
you
warming.
that
It's
it
a
is
hoax.
over 12 inches.
What?
Yeah, but how big was the snowflake?
One single snowflake.
Allegedly.
A single crystallization.
Anthony.
Like one crystalline structure.
1887, Montana. Are we surprised?
And also, have you watched The Grinch Stole Christmas? I mean, how do they fit?
It was, oh my god. No, it was the
I
first
did,
instance where
but
someone...
I couldn't stop
This was
watching
basically
Christine
like
Baranski.
this was like the New York.
It was the very first instance where someone folded paper and did the little cutout marks and made a snowflake that they unfolded.
A newspaper.
Yeah.
Wowza!
Wow, that snowflake's
Well,
huge!
then why not 18 inches.
19 inches.
Ooh, you're so American. It was 15 inches.
Oh.
And allegedly 8 inches thick.
What? 8 inches thick?
Yep. That's what I say.
Is there a photo of this? Shut the fuck up. Is there a picture of this? Guinness World Record snowflake.
I want to see a picture of a snowflake that is any snowflake.
These pictures are silly.
Because this is insane.
I agree. It seems like he made it and then was like, look!
Okay, I went to Reddit real quick, and then it's the article about is this true? Someone said, that's disappointing. I was told I'm the world's biggest snowflake.
It's so weird that the biggest snowflake was found in a red state.
Is it weird?
Not at all.
Excellent.
You know
Next
what?
question.
I'm not going to look into this. This is insane. There's no way anybody can prove this ever happened.
I literally put it on there because I was like, I want them to be mad about it.
I'm mad.
This seems stupid,
I'm so
but
upset
I really
right now.
want
Get on to the next one.
You're going to win this one easily. Number 10. What's the only continent on Earth where a tornado's never been officially recorded?
Antarctica?
Yep.
North America?
It's
that's where they get you. That's the liberal think tank.
We didn't write any of them down. That's how we avoided it.
They're controlling the hurricane media to make you think
the
that
Dopplers are out there making you think there's naders.
The mesocyclone is out here trying to erase bugles from your snack cabinet, and I'm not having it.
Those weathermen are brainwashed.
It's going to turn the freaking frogs gay.
Turn the freaking frogs gay!
Antarctica.
Well, that was very
Can I get a fact check?
Well, we learned something new.
But
right,
I do
snowflakes.
think that I hear the music coming back on. It's that Goo Goo Dolls song from the original Twister. I don't remember which one it is. If any of you can remember a Goo Goo Dolls song without looking it up, congratulations.
Give it up, Joe. You're obsessed.
But go call our hotline real quick at 405-999-2242 and report all of your local 15-inch weather phenomenon.
And Beardos, the brown eye of the storm is finally over the break room.
God damn it.
So it's time for us to go. If you would like to help us out, go and subscribe to the podcast so you can get reminders every Sunday when we release a new episode. We also post frequent updates on all of our social media sites for any sundries that we add to the market.
Oh, are we boring you, Anthony?
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't forget to rate us 5 stars and leave a review because this podcast isn't boring at all. Those reviews are what get us found by more listeners like you, and if just each one of you could report us to your local weatherman, that would be great.
I want you to give me a good EF5 blowing. And go to our socials. Notice how my country tone's coming in right now? Go to our socials and I might post something for you. Also, go to our website, beardsandsundries.com, where you can buy some merch. And we'd love to hear from you because I ain't got shit for next week's episode right now. Email us at beardsandsundries@gmail.com because we'd love to read it out. You better fucking do it quick, too, because we usually record on Mondays.
Usually.
Also, fucking subscribe and write your reviews. Eat dirt, bitch!
Eat dirt, bitch!
God. So, from the three of us precipitous shop clerks here at the Beards and Sundries Market, make sure to...
Look in front of you, Joe! I'm standing right here! Because love yourself, Joe!
You can try as hard as you want. You'll always be beautiful.
Because we already loved you, Joe!
You see my cows out front? I'm going to cook this steak in the same pan as this egg.
Slaughter your own cows, Meg.
Bye, Beardos. God, is this after this go?
No. Will one of you make me steak and eggs?
Hurricane pointy boobs? Hurricane not so pointy boobs. I knew I'd get him with that one.
Oh, I barely kept that one in.